Hello everyone, welcome to 18th NBFC and Tech Summit. Today we are joined by Mr. Sabyachar Sachi Das, Chief of Affinity Business, MediBuddy. Welcome to the summit, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Pleasure to be here.
Thank you, sir. So, sir, what are the current challenges do NBFCs face in ensuring borrowers' health and well-being, and how does MediBuddy address them?
India is underserved and undercovered as far as health is concerned, right? And there are twin challenges. One is access. The second is affordability, right? Access, what do you mean by that? 80% of the doctors live in urban India. 65% of the patients or the population is in rural India. So you have 20% doctors covering 65. So that's an access issue, right? Affordability, because 63% of India is covered with health insurance, and rural areas it's 80% is not covered, right? And 63% is not covered in general. So you see a huge majority of the people don't have coverage. So as a result, 50% of the expenses are out of pocket, right? So there's a affordability. And what's worse is that medical expenses are increasing at the rate of 14% every year. So the affordability is getting worse by the day, right? So the twin challenges of affordability and access. And with MediBuddy, right? So you can't, given a country like India, which is vast, you can't solve the problem by building physical hospitals everywhere. So digital health tech is the solution, and MediBuddy, as the largest health tech player in the country, right, has a plethora of services that sort of cater to the audiences across the country.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the insights. So, sir, could you briefly discuss how MediBuddy's healthcare services are transforming the healthcare access for NBFC's borrowers?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have both, right? So if you look at India, there is a digital India, and that's one that's not so digital, right? So we have models that cater to different audiences and allow for consumption to happen with ease, right? There's a traditional paper voucher model that sort of works for some people. There's a digitally savvy set of cohorts in India that can consume medical services through an app or a wallet. So we have both kinds of solutions, right? So what do? We do online, we call it CLM consults, which can be online, or you can go and visit somebody in person. We can order pharmacy online, or you can go and pick it up from a store. You can order your health check where a phlebotomist comes to your house and collects your blood sample, or you can go to a diagnostic center and give you a sample. So both online and offline models for CLM, as I said, right? Consults, labs, and meds. And in addition, to cater to rural India, we have specific solutions, like we set up health check camps, right, in certain locations in the, let's say, the branches of the NBFC partners where the borrowers are there, right? That way we drive engagement as well for them, right? Getting the customers, so giving them an opportunity to engage and all that, right? There's so much talk about delinquencies and NPAs and all of that, right? With that engagement, it sort of reduces all those risks. That's one. Second, we're doing MediBuddy on wheels. So imagine somebody with a backpack, a lot of devices, going and conducting an array of tests and giving you results right then and there, right? So various models that we keep innovating on to cater to the audiences in different parts of India. Yeah.
Okay. So, sir, how does MediBuddy ensure data security and compliance with healthcare regulations when serving the clients?
Yeah, so that's an important question, right? And India may not be as stringent as some of the Western countries are, but we are readying ourselves to be, foolproof, right? What do? We have, for starters, we are ISO 27001 certified, right? With the sort of gold standard in security, right? We have a dedicated InfoSec team that manages information systems management system, information security management system, ISMS, right? And we do regular VAPT, which is vulnerability assessment, penetration testing, and all of that to ensure that our systems are bulletproof, right? Can't be hacked and all of that. And we manage our customer data's, keeping the PII and the PHI in, confidentiality requirements in mind, right? And we go through various internal and external audits on a periodic basis. And because we partner with a variety of large NBFCs, we also go through audits from their end as well, right? So there are, checks and balances and constant vigil on the data, because we understand what it means to keep the data secure, right?
Very, very explained, sir. So, sir, could you share insights into the emerging trends in the healthcare that NBFCs should be aware of?
Well, there are so many, right? There are so many. The one that I would say is that, look, India is going digital, right? And so the traditional, we've been doing this business for about 16 years. So in the time, what we've seen is that there's a shift in preference in terms of how India wants to consume the services. Right. So earlier we had those paper voucher models. Increasingly, our partners are saying, "Hey, my customers are all digital. They're borrowing digitally. So no point me giving them a paper voucher, or discount coupon, or whatever." Right. So we have an app and a wallet that sort of caters to that kind of audience, as I mentioned some time back. Right. So I think the shift is digital, and the solutions have to sort of keep in line with the changing preference of how consumers are taking in our services. Right.
Okay, so sir, how your experience has been at the summit?
Brilliant. Actually, good to see the engagement. It's in a space like this, I think the density is high, and so the people. So the people that are there are sort of bumping into each other, talking to each other, and so I see a very high level of engagement here than I've seen in some of the other conferences. So it's really been nice. I had a session just now, and I think I kept it short, and hopefully I conveyed the message in terms of what we are trying to drive to audience.
Hopefully you did, sir. And thank you for being with us. Hope you enjoyed the summit.
Thank you very much.